What does a typical rural Chinese wedding really look like? Tomorrow is my younger brother's wedding day. To feed 152 people from our village, we set up two giant woks outside our home. We prepared around 2,000 yuan worth of ingredients, or roughly $300. These ingredients will be used to prepare 5 meals over 2 days. Some people chop vegetables. Some tend the fire. Others are responsible for washing the dishes. The chef is the only person being paid. Everyone else is a neighbor from our village. They all volunteer to help. None of them is being paid. Today, I want to show you how we prepared 2 of those 5 meals. How do people prepare a real rural Chinese wedding feast in these giant woks? There is enough food for everyone, so why, even in the year 2026, are people still crowding around the woks and scrambling for food? 8:08 in the morning. The chef had already arrived at our home. The first thing she did was light the fires beneath the 2 giant woks. Before long, more and more neighbors began showing up. Some washed vegetables. Some chopped them. Others sat nearby and waited for the chef to tell them what to do next. In rural China, whenever someone in the village has a wedding or another important celebration, the neighbors come over to help. They are not workers I hired, and they are not paid. When another family holds an event, we will go and help them too. This tradition of helping one another has been part of village life for many years. While everyone was busy preparing the food, the wedding preparations outside were already underway. The wedding decoration crew arrived early and put up the entrance arch. I wanted to remove the old couplets from above the doorway, but even when I stood on my toes, I still could not reach them. So I had to call my younger brother over. He is tomorrow's groom. I am about 5 feet 8 inches tall, while my brother is about 6 feet 2. What was difficult for me took him only a second. In China, putting up red couplets is a traditional custom. We do it not only during Chinese New Year, but also for weddings, housewarmings, and many other happy occasions. What do people use to decorate their front doors for celebrations where you live? The cook in charge today is a woman from our village. For lunch, she is making braised noodles with green beans. This meal uses about 110 pounds of green beans and 110 pounds of noodles. Those two main ingredients alone cost around $69. When making a huge batch like this, the noodles cannot all be added at once. The noodles are spread out one layer at a time. Then the braising sauce is poured over them in several rounds. That allows every layer of noodles to absorb the flavor. Just before the noodles are ready, shredded carrots are added, and the entire wok is mixed thoroughly. And that is lunch. Now, do not blink. You are about to see the liveliest part of a rural Chinese wedding feast. The moment the lid came off, everyone rushed toward the wok with their bowls. Some people carried 2 bowls at once. Some brought whole cooking pots. Others even used plastic bags. It really does look as if everyone is fighting over the food. But there is actually enough food in these 2 giant woks for everyone. Some rush to fill their bowls because they want to take food home for family members who could not come. Others finish eating and then fill another pot with food to take home. I stood nearby and told everyone to eat what they wanted and take what they needed. A celebration like this is supposed to be lively. The most important thing is that everyone gets something to eat. Still, there were not that many people at lunch. By dinner, people would rush in even faster, and it would be much more crowded around the woks. After lunch, the women from the village stayed behind to wash the dishes. The chef immediately began preparing dinner. Every Yong had been working all morning, so they took a little time to talk and laugh. A few of the women also asked me to film them dancing. For dinner, we are making a popular local noodle dish with Chinese golden squash. This meal uses about 44 pounds of green beans and 110 pounds of Chinese golden squash. The chef is already in her 60s. Even a few minutes beside the stove feels unbearably hot to me, but she has to stay beside these two giant woks for 2 days and cook 5 complete meals. The ingredients for all 5 meals cost around 2,000 yuan, or roughly $300. The chef is paid 1,000 yuan for cooking all 5 meals, which is about $140. The ingredients and the chef's pay come to around $440 in total. This is not the cost of the entire wedding. Atit only covers the ingredients and the chef's pay for these 5 giant wok meals. Apart from the chef, none of the villagers helping us are paid. This is the 77 pounds of meat that was fried earlier this morning. Those 3 main ingredients alone cost around $109. All of the vegetables and meat will go into this one meal. Once the golden squash is cooked, it becomes soft and tender. It is mixed with the meat, green beans, and noodles. Even looking at it makes me hungry. By dinner, there were clearly more people around the woks than there had been at lunch. The noodles were not even fully cooked, but people were already squeezing forward with bowls, pots, and bags. Some had already reached into the wok with their chopsticks and started pulling noodles into their bowls. At a rural Chinese feast like this, you cannot be too shy about grabbing your share. If you move too slowly, you really might miss out. At it is not because we made too little food. Everyone simply wants to secure their portion first. I still remember my own wedding. My family prepared about 165 pounds of vegetables and 165 pounds of noodles. In less than 3 minutes, both giant woks were completely empty. In the past, life in rural China was much harder. Families rarely got to enjoy a large meal with this much meat and so many vegetables. So when someone in the village held a celebration, people did not just eat for themselves. They also rushed to save a portion for their family at home. Life is much better now, and most people no longer take extra food home. But when some older villagers see a wedding feast like this, they still instinctively carry a portion home. Life has changed, but some habits from the past do not disappear that quickly. This is what a real rural Chinese wedding feast looks like. After everyone had gotten their food, I finally filled a bowl for myself. Standing in the village street with a bowl in my hands immediately took me back to my childhood. More than 20 years ago, people often carried their bowls outside at mealtime. They would sit by the front doors or stand in the street, eating and talking together. Back then, the village felt lively almost every day. But now, as the pressures of everyday life have grown, many people have left their hometowns to find work elsewhere. After dinner, the women continued washing the dishes. The men sat down to drink a little and play a traditional Chinese drinking game involving hand gestures. No one was going to drink too much tonight. Tomorrow is my brother's official wedding day, and there is still a lot of important work to do. Me mother and her friends also began their final rehearsal before the wedding. They prepared 3 dances for tomorrow's ceremony and had been practicing for an entire month. This is the day before a rural Chinese wedding. There is no hotel kitchen here, and there is no large team of paid workers. There are only 2 giant woks, one chef and a group of neighbors who came to help without pay together. They chop vegetables, tend the fires, eat, drink, and get my brother's wedding ready. Today is only the first day, and you have seen just 2 of the 5 giant wok meals. Tomorrow, when my brother officially gets married, we will prepare 3 more meals here in the village. Meanwhile, relatives and friends from both families will attend the wedding banquet at a hotel. In the next video, I will show you what really happens on the day of a rural Chinese wedding.